Don't think it's easy to preach this message. I've been ministering for 14 years. I have seen hatred among my own. Simply because we say that man and man should not marry. You need to tell them, you need to show them when you are coming here, you need to show them the messages. Where is your phone? If she shows you the messages of how much LGBTQ are trying to cast me, how much they are looking for me because I'm simply saying man and man, and I'll repeat it. A generation of fallacy. Men and women that don't want Jesus. Fools. Refusing the doctrine of light for an everlasting lie. Who bewitched you? Liars. Claim with your mouth and don't live with your heart. Worship with your mouth and there's no worship with your life. Christians outward, but ungodly inward. Liars in the pulpits. Men and women that claim to stand for Jesus until Satan shines a job and requires you to sleep with a man. You forget him. Claim to be a Christian. A lying generation. People that don't want the truth. Blasphemous. People that create their truth, create their prophets, create their churches, auditorium, put screens and lights, and now say, God is with us. The last time God was the greatest among all born of women, the man's menu was locust and honey. And yet God says, among all born of women, no man is greater than John. Look at his life. The man is wearing animal skin. The last time God said no, was it not the time that he walked away? God is only God if he gives you the wife, the job. You have not learned how to see God in no as an answer. God always has to tell you yes, yes, yes. So we create our prophets that can tell us what we want to hear. But I tell you the truth. A lie is a lie. And only if it came from God and his Son Supreme, Jesus Christ, it does not require to be the truth. No matter how many of you do it. And many of us, God is still where the prodigal son left him. Some of you here will need to take a U-turn and go back to where you left him. And I can tell you the truth, when God says no, it is to your advantage. You might not see it today. 4 years down the line, 3 years down the line, I thank God that he refused me ministry. Those of you that were here yesterday, I was ministering 7 years. Jehovah came and told me, I'm not aware you are doing ministry. At that time, I have a car, I have a woman, I have a family, I have what it takes, I have a house. I have what the average preacher considered as a blessing. It will shock you to know that Jehovah was not aware I'm blessed, sisters. It will interest you. Woe unto you that looks at material possession and say the Lord is with us. You need to read the 7 churches. He looked at one and said, whoa, you are wretched and poor. Yet that church was rich and wealthy. But you are poor. We created gospel. This generation, oh, I see it and look at our prophets. I laugh. Today even betting is on Christian media. They put the message to pass down there. If you send 100, we'll send you 2,000. I told you yesterday, God will not give you that which requires process to arrive. What requires process? Tell your neighbor, you must go through. You must go through. If it doesn't strike your heart, it's not a message from God. If it keeps you in sin, it didn't come from Jesus. The nature of the word of God is that it begins to lure you into everlasting light. He begins to convict you of the prostitution. He begins to convict you of the murder, the lie. It's not so that he can condemn you. is so that he can bring you out of that era of darkness into his marvelous light. My generation, Jesus is alive. He is looking now for a king and a priest. You might be here and you belong to the kings Jehovah is looking for. You might be here and you belong in the priests Jehovah is looking for you. There is a work to do in Kenya. God will need politicians. Daniel was not a pastor. The man served an evil king. So those of you that are employed by evil people, and then you come and just meet a person that has no understanding, and the person tells you to do what? To resign. Did Daniel resign? What are you talking about? Darkness is what resigns, not light.